Hello and welcome to 18WJTS in.form. Coming up next Tuesday, March 20th, a special kickoff event that you'll want to be part of. We're going to talk with Ashtin Borden, and Ashtin is the Dubois County CARES coordinator. We're also going to talk with Paige Mundy. Paige is a volunteer, and she is the chair of Dubois County CARES, the newly appointed chair of Dubois County CARES. Ladies, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Before we start off, what is Dubois County CARES?
So Dubois County CARES is a coalition of people within the community that are passionate about empowering youth to become drug and alcohol free.
Okay, and Dubois County CARES stands for, you don't need to remember this, but Dubois County CARES stands for?
The Coalition for Adolescent Resilience and Empowerment Strategies.
Okay, and basically Dubois County CARES is kind of targeted to drugs to deal with, and that would be?
Yeah, our two main focuses are alcohol and marijuana within our community, because those are, according to the Indiana Youth Survey, our youth have the highest rates of use in those two categories.
Okay. And of course, you're not limited to that too, because there's a great concern about opioids and things like that.
Yeah, and those are things that we're keeping an eye on with the Indiana Youth Survey here in Dubois County. They've been taking it on a yearly basis. Right. So we are keeping an eye out every year. We get those results in the spring. We haven't quite gotten them yet, but we will be seeing those results come around soon. And then we, through the grant that we have, through the Drug Free Communities grant, we can adjust what our focus is if there is a need. So if we see a spike in a certain area, then we can change our focus.
Okay. Now, Paige, you're a volunteer.
Correct.
And you're the chair of Dubois County CARES. Why did you get involved in Dubois County CARES?
So many reasons. I am currently a school social worker. I work at Northeast Dubois School Corporation, and so it's just another way for me to engage the youth that I work in and also help give them opportunities to take part in these strategies and learn how to be empowered to say no, because we're finding out on the surveys that we're doing that a lot of youth really want to say no, but they don't feel that they have the tools to be able to do that. And so educating them and helping give them those tools. And then also I'm a parent. My oldest is 14. So we're entering this world, and to have the ability to take part in something big in the community that's going to help change the culture that we have. Not overnight, but the goal is in time to really change that. So.
And we're focused mostly on youth.
Correct.
Because I think a lot of times we don't understand the youth brain.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Tell me, what's the difference between the youth brain and a normal brain? I don't want to say it that way, but between that teenage years and going into adulthood.
So studies are showing that the brain, the frontal lobe that's helping you make those decisions rationally, doesn't really finish developing until the mid-20s. And so we're expecting teens to be able to make these appropriate decisions when studies are showing they really don't have the ability to do that. And so it does take the extra strategies and support to get them to where they need to be to choose drug and alcohol free.
Now, a lot of folks watching this show may go, I don't know what they're talking about. I've never seen anybody with marijuana. I don't even know how you could buy it. But we don't want to put on rose-colored glasses because it is here.
Right, exactly.
Is it scary here? I think it is. Although I've never seen it, but the stories I hear, really, is it?
Sure. I mean, the students that I talk with, I would say the vast majority of them would say that they know where to get the drugs and alcohol. Not necessarily that they do, but that they know where to. And I believe the statistic that we have on seniors is that 80% stated that they felt like their parents would be okay if they used drugs, or not drugs, but alcohol in the home. And so that's a scary statistic too. And that's from a youth perspective, which is really what's important when we're looking at where we're going with our mission.
And that's something we're trying to change, that culture to get people to realize it's not okay if you're under 21 to do what is illegal.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and while you bring up culture, that's an important piece because we certainly don't want to take away from the general culture of this area. And we don't want to take away from anybody's heritage, but we just want those cultures and those traditions to become more responsible and get kind of out of those hands of people who are underage in using substances and more controlled with those who are of age.
Now, anybody can be part of Dubois County Cares.
Absolutely.
Right? So we're going to have a kickoff event next Tuesday, the 20th. Let's talk a little bit about that. The who, what, when, where, why.
Yeah, so we are having a kickoff event. It will be at St. Joe Parish in the Kundeck Center, which is in the building that's actually behind St. Joe Parish. So we will be there from 11 to 1 is when our presentation will be. You can feel free to come in or out based on your time schedule. So if you have lunch from 11 to noon and that's all that you can stay, we completely understand. There will be things going on the whole time, so it won't be like there will be a good exit time. You'll kind of just have to sneak out the back,
right?
Or even sneak in if you have a different lunchtime. But we will be serving soup. So we'll have a choice of chicken Ridley soup or beef vegetable soup, and then we'll also get a dessert. It's completely free to the public. We will accept free will donations if you want to give it. Again, based on our previous in.form, we run off of a grant. So it's a 100% match. So we have to raise $125,000 over the course of this year. We're about halfway through, so we really kind of halfway through our year. So we really are going to be working hard in this next 6 months to get those funds kind of where they need to be. As far as the event specifics, we're going to have speakers there. We're also going to have an open discussion. We're going to be working with some clickers to do an automated response so that people can answer questions anonymously. And it's not like we're going to report you to any authorities. We just want to see where the culture is in accepting something like this within Dubois County. And then also, even though the event is in Jasper, we would really like to see a great accumulation of people from all over Dubois County to be there. We'll also be giving out these folders. So these folders will be given to every single person. On the inside, it kind of just shows you who we are and what we're about. On this side is like an info sheet, and then on this side, there's a lot of information based on different campaigns that we're doing. So I know before we've talked about Parents Who Host Lose the Most, and there's some info cards in there. There's also an info card for Talk They Hear You, which we've talked about before. There's an information packet on marijuana and the effects on a teen's brain. And then also just a generalized, I really like this one, Keeping Youth Drug Free, and it talks about all sorts of different drugs. It talks about slang names and things like that, what it does, how it can impact you, because I know a lot of parents are really naive about some of those things. They don't know because they weren't around, and a lot of these drugs that are coming out are kind of new to the scene, and a lot of us don't know exactly what they do or how they are impacted.
Well, really, all you have to do is listen to the news, and you realize almost every day there is meth arrest. There's even heroin arrests. It seems like almost every week there's at least one heroin, which when I was young, you didn't hear any arrest on heroin, you know, so it's here and we need to talk about it.
Yeah.
Who, Paige, do you hope comes to the event?
Everyone.
Everyone, okay.
We really want a diverse amount of people from the community. So we want parents there who have a stake in this. Anyone who's passionate about helping youth to become drug and alcohol free. We want business leaders. We want all types of community members to come. And there's so many different ways you can be involved, from free will donations that don't take a lot of time, or if you don't have the money to give, we'll take your time and you can join one of our committees and really help move that forward. So everybody's got sort of a different specific niche that is their specialty, and we can use all of that help.
So I guess in a way, this is an open invitation for anybody that would like to be part of Dubois County Cares to join. And it doesn't cost anything to join. You just really are giving your time. But this is also a chance, if somebody wants to come and find out more without obligation, you can come to the Dubois County Cares.
Or if they just have information they want to share with us that they think would be.
Yeah, I think too, an important group that maybe are sitting there thinking maybe they're not sure if this event is for them is parents of students who are passionate about this. We oftentimes get that obviously we can't pull kids out of school for 2 hours for this event, but I would really like to see some of those parents of passionate students that can come and get the information for their students to empower them to kind of take hold of this in a leadership position within our community. We know that this message is going to be much stronger if it's coming from a youth. Saying that this is an issue and something that they deal with on a regular basis. We're here because the data shows that it's a problem. And we're trying to give those youth a platform to speak on and to make a difference with.
And they know what the barriers are. Is it, they're using it as a coping mechanism because they're too stressed? Is it, my friends are doing it, so I feel like I have to? Is it, well, my parents said it's okay, so why wouldn't I? We want to know what, from their perspective, is the reason why they're using it. And one of the cool things we're going to have is quotes from different teenagers throughout the county. They've already sent those in, and we'll be sharing those quotes so that parents can understand. I think even us, and we are fairly educated in this, we're surprised by some of the responses that the kids sent.
Yeah, very.
So it'll be neat for parents and community members to hear those.
And the idea is it's a coalition, so anybody can be part of this. We need help from everybody.
Right.
And there's little things you can do. It might be working a booth someplace or simply being on a committee, and there's a multitude of committees people can be on.
Absolutely.
Okay, again, the date, time, place, and you would like reservations, which would be great by this Friday, right?
Yes.
But if not, you still could just show up.
Yeah. You can, well, I guess, review. It's going to be at St. Joe Parish in the Kundak Center. And it's from 11 to 1 on Tuesday the 20th. And you can RSVP by emailing me at ashtin@tricap.net. Or you can call TriCap and ask to speak with Ashtin Borden, and they'll forward you to me. And we can have a conversation that way. The TriCap phone number is 482-2233. I'm extension 125. So if you want to call that way, that'll get right to me. Even if you can't call during normal business hours, I have a voicemail and you can RSVP that way. I just need your name. So that's it.
And there is a website.
Yeah.
More information there as well.
Yeah,
Great website.
DuboisCares.org. Okay. .com.org. .org. And really, if you can't make the meeting and you still would like to be part of it, or like to see that your company's part of it, or some way you'd like to be part, you can still contact you and go.
Yeah, and you can contact us through the website as well. It has a message center that will go to my inbox. So that's a great way to get in contact with us as well. Yeah.
All right. Well, ladies, thank you very much for coming
Thank
in.
you.
Good luck with the kickoff event.
Thank
and we'll
you.
have you come back again and we'll talk about Dubois County Cares and other editions of WJTS Inform. Remember, it's Tuesday, March 20th, 11 o'clock at Kundak Hall behind St. Joe's Church in the Parish Center. You are invited to the Dubois County Cares kickoff event. I'm Bill Potter. Thank you to Ashtin Borden and Paige Mundy, who have been our guests here on 18 WJTS. We're local people watching local people.